Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Reentry. This is The Only Way is Beastly and I am back, boob. So we will be carrying on where we left off, lesson number 5, guidance computer for the lunar lander itself. So we will get started on this in a moment. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, help us keep this channel going. And I don't know if any of you guys saw, but NASA is going to be opening up the ISS to commercial tourism. $20,000 for the actual visit to the station itself, and a slight taxi fare of about $60 million. If only, eh? Welcome back to the Apollo spacecraft. So we are in the computer lesson. We will learn about the onboard computer guidance. Ooh, let's get back ready there. Okay. This chapter will cover the basics, and if you are familiar with the Apollo guidance computer, most of this will be familiar. Hope so, because it's been ages since I've been in the Apollo actually piloting it. So, the Lunar Guidance Computer is a control computer located in the Lunar module and is operated through a display and keyboard panels, DSKY. It can be found on panel 4, don't mistake this for the aboard guidance system on panel 6. Let's get in there, shall we? Oh, this is all powered up this time. Let's get into a decent standing position. That's it, whenever I remember the right keys. Okay, so panel 4. I'm going to guess this is panel 4, DSKY. So that's 1 and 2. Number 3, so this has got to be panel 4. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Okay. The computer is generally referred to as the Lunar Guidance, that is the LGC. The LGC processes data and other issues discrete control signals for the PGNS and other systems. The LGC can run one major mode, the mission program, at a time. It is controlled by using something called verbs and nouns. So the verb is an action that is performed, like changing the mission program, monitor data, change data, etc. And the noun is the location or register the verb action is being performed. Grammatically, that last bit didn't make much sense to me, but hey ho. Anyway, for example, if a flight crew wish to run major mode 63, they enter verb 37, and that means action, change, program, major mode, and noun 63, that means to program 63. This will basically run program 63, the program used to initialize lunar descent. Let's try to change the major program to program 00, the idling program. So first of all, let's press verb on the DSKY. Roger that. And press 3, then it's going to be a 7. And enter. And as you can see, verb 37 is now flashing. So you can usually first insert a verb, then press noun, and enter 2 more digits before pressing enter. But verb 37 is a bit more special. So the LGC now knows the next 2 inputs will be a noun. Enter 0 twice on the so the noun field contains 0. Okay, then let's press enter. So computer activity running program 0. Okay, yep, it is. It's running the idling program. So let's also learn how to read data and change data. So the LGC controls a very important feature, the DAP, and that stands for Digital Autopilot and is used to automatically maneuver the spacecraft. We will go through the details of the DAP in the flight modes lesson, so you don't need to understand what all this means yet. Woo! Let's focus on the LGC instead. So to modify the DAP, an extended verb is used. These verbs can request and perform actions. One verb is dedicated to run the DAP setup. So let's do that. So verb 4, 8. Let's press enter on that. Okay. So this will display data in the first register. First register field named R1, and in the second register field named R2 here. The last register field is named 3, and as you can see, that is blank here. The data we are inserted in is located in R1. We have, that should be. Each of these digits represents a setting. You can read the data like this, A, B, C, D, E. If the 8-digit contains 2, it means that you'll tell the DAP that you are in a configuration where both the ascent stage and the descent stage are part of the LM, and that you are docked with the CSM. You will learn more about this later. For now, we wish to change the DAP setup string. So a set of verbs are available for changing one or many of the registers. We wish to change register R1. So let's press verb 2, 1, and enter. And now R1 will be clear, as you can see, completely blank. So you can start by entering the digits. Always start with the sign. So press plus. Then it's followed by 5 digits. Use leading zeros if the entry will be something that does not use all 5 digits. So enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the number you wish to enter, then press enter again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enter. So now press Pro to proceed to the next setup screen. Pro is used to proceed in a functional flow, while Enter is used for data entry. Okay, so a new set of verb and noun configuration is displayed. Spelling mistake there. And look up in the Reentry Lunar module flight manual. This is the weights of the LM and the CSM. So there's not much difference between them, about what, 1200? I'm going to guess those are kilos. We will not perform any changes here, so let's press Pro to continue. So the setup is now done, and the DAP is configured to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a valid DAP configuration, but it was all about learning how to enter data. As a challenge, you are able to find that DAP configuration again, so verb 04 can be used to display 2 octals, R1 and R2, and the DAP exists in noun 46. So each noun decides what data is related to it. For example, in this case, noun 46 is 2 octal, meaning it has 2 octal numbers and must be displayed using something that can show this, which is verb 04. We barely touched the surface here so far, but please go through the Reentry Lunar module flight manual to learn what verbs, nouns and programs exists and how to work with them. As we progress through the next lessons, we will learn more about the LGC, so please don't feel overwhelmed, because sometimes it can feel a bit overwhelming. Even me, I've got to be touching nearly 30 videos on this so far, and I do play it in my spare time as well, and I always think, shite, what am I doing here? But thankfully there is good guidance on this game, so you can get through it. Of course it's trial and error, it's early access, we all know, but it's a bloody good simulator no matter what. Anyway, that is it for this particular video. I know it is a short one, but shorter videos, you don't get overwhelmed as easily, I find. Anyway, thanks for making it this far. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's help keep this channel going. Catch you at the next video, guys.